Hi, plumbing family. It's Morgan, and today I want to talk about plumbing stocks. I don't know whether or not this is even going to hit home with you guys, but a lot of you small business owners or plumbers out there maybe have dabbled with or thought about getting in the stock market.
This is not stock advice and should not be taken seriously.
Backstory here. I've dabbled with stocks in the past. I thought I could be a day trader. I thought that I could be a day trader. I learned enough to realize that I didn't know anything. And that's what happened. I would try to buy a stock on you'd get like the different patterns. I'm going to buy on the dip and sell on the rip, or whatever they called it. Buy on the dip and sell on the cliff. And it didn't work for me. And come to find out, when you look into most people that try to day trade or swing trade, doesn't work out very well. Stock market's designed to make you fail, essentially. If you're not, one of these, they call them whales, people with a lot of money that can just like make the markets move. Now on the other hand, you've got like more of the investing strategy, more of like the Warren Buffett approach. And I can't even say that that's worked out great for me yet, but it does seem to have its merit. Because essentially, as a business owner, if your business is making money, it's worth more. Business brings in $100,000 a year, it has some sort of value. Business brings in $1 million a year, it has more value. And then as they systematize, if you look at a business like Home Depot, that place is worth a lot. It can be bought, and somebody else a CEO can take over and run that company profitably because they've built systems, they've built stores and locations, and it's not a plug and play probably, but it's a very marketable business. So people want to buy pieces of that, and as the value goes up, as part owner of that in a public company, you make money. There are several plumbing stocks, and one of the things Warren Buffett says is invest in what you know. So if you're a plumber, I would encourage you to look into some of these plumbing stocks that we're going to go over today. So let's get started.
WTS, Watts Water Technologies.
As a plumber, you may already know the name. It's common. They make double check valves, a lot of expensive plumbing valves that are required through cities and different entities that regulate the plumbing in the U.S. So if you're a restaurant, you've got to have a backflow valve. Irrigation systems have to have backflow valves. And they also make pressure regulators, relief valves, leak detection products, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, gas products. They also have apparently water heaters, heating solutions, hydronic, drainage products. They've got a lot of plumbing products, and it's a name that we see quite often in the plumbing world. So Watts always caught my eye. Also, the stock itself has performed really well for me. One thing I've noticed is when I started investing in stocks that were things that I knew about, I had a better grasp on if it's a good company or not. And in my opinion, this company's not going anywhere because they literally are mandatory to put in on a lot of these plumbing applications. So it felt like a pretty safe bet that this is probably not going anywhere. It's been around for a long time, and I don't see it going anywhere soon. And that's like the chart right there to show you kind of what it's looked like. It's got a really nice curve, and then the money as far as let's see here, financials on this company, total revenue annual, let's go to that, and you can see that's a kind of healthy looking business. It goes up every year, and it's not a lot, but it's a stable business. So if you're gonna just throw money on a stock that your neighbor told you about, it's probably a little riskier than maybe something that you know. And if you're a plumber, I figured this would be a good stock to look at. I put it at the first one on my list because it's done good for me.
Number 2 on my list is CHE.
It stands for Chemed Corp. And the reason I like this one is, as a service plumber, this is the company that actually owns.
That's when your troubles go. When Roto-Rooter's here, that's when your troubles disappear. Call Roto-Rooter. That's the name.
The way no trouble down the drain.
Roto-Rooter. Sewer service.
Owns Roto-Rooter, which was the first company to invent a sewer snake or a cable machine. They actually made them. And now they're a service business that runs nationwide and provides drain cleaning, primarily in my area. They do plumbing, they do water restoration, and they also own another company called Vetus as well. I don't know that one as much, but over 15,000 employees. Again, it's an $8 billion market cap. It's a pretty good sized stock, but it's one of these ones that I can confidently say I don't see it going anywhere. It was like one of the first drain companies to ever pop up in the US, and everybody's going to use their toilets. Everybody's going to get their drains snaked. And as long as they're figuring out a way to be profitable, I don't see this company going anywhere anytime soon. Let's pull up we'll pull up the chart. Everybody likes to see the chart. Let's do that first. Again, this company goes all the way back to like 1980, and recently, maybe it's a little overpriced right now, but keep an eye on it because, again, I mean, the stock's just going up. And I don't think that you're going to... I feel pretty confident in this company. Stock analyst rated as a strong buy. I don't know if they know what they're talking about because I've never had them be right. But again, as plumbers out here, I mean, let's think about it. I mean, Roto-Rooter, you probably know the name. Now their revenue is maybe not, it's not a perfect chart, but they're making money. And looks like annually they brought in $272 million in sales last year, and that's their net income. The total revenue was $2.26 billion, so that's a lot of sales. So, and the total revenue actually looks pretty good, just going up every year, ever so slightly. Some of these companies actually do dividends as well. I'm not really looking into that, but a dividend is where you own a share and they pay you for each share. And some of them are quite large, like some of the next ones I'm going to go over. But CHE, it's something worth looking into. Roto-Rooter. A popular one that most you plumbers probably know about is Ferguson. It's a big plumbing supplier throughout the nation, and they specialize in providing for plumbing companies. So we buy stuff from Ferguson. Their stock looks pretty nice. Their revenue keeps going up. Sorry to keep just doing this, but I'm not. There's their income statement. Their revenue keeps going up. $29 billion in sales just in 2023. That's revenue. That's pretty good. That's a lot of money. Their chart kind of had a big drop back in 2007 during the crash. So, maybe not the best time to buy. And personally, I don't own any stock on Ferguson. You want to know why? The reason I don't own stock on Ferguson is because I actually don't. I have other suppliers that I prefer. And I've actually not been a huge fan of Ferguson's supply house chain. They're a little more expensive. They're kind of specialty. They don't carry a lot of what I need. I'm not really sure what to say about that. I think it could be a good stock. I'm not going to buy it right now. It looks pretty high. But Ferguson, that's a big player in this world. And these are some pretty names. There's a lot of them, so I'm only going to do 5 today. I think we're at 3 already.
Why, Daddy?
What am I?
You are a plumber, Daddy.
Do you like that I'm a plumber?
All right, guys, another one for the list
is Masco. They own Delta, and I'm sure they own some other stuff as well, but they own Delta, which to me is one of my favorite brands of plumbing products out there. They're easy to work on. They seem to have a pretty good customer service, good warranties. Really been happy with Delta, and so Masco Corporation is the owner of that. They also do. So they got Delta, Brizo, Peerless, Hansgrohe, Kraus, Easy Drain, Newport Brass, Brass Tech. They also own paint products, the Bear, Kills, Wiz. They own a lot of these home products, home improvement products, and based on the plumbing side, I would say they've got good products, good customer service, and it's just one of those brands that's always been around, not likely to go anywhere. And I have good vibes with Delta. I think this could be a really good business to invest in long-term wise. I don't know what the dividend is. I could probably try to find that. I wasn't really going to get into dividends, but it's got a very low dividend. Okay. But at the end of the day, their total revenue last year was $7.97 billion, and they I don't know. They've had I wouldn't say it's just straight up, but it's a healthy company. The analysts say buy it, and the chart once again kind of speaks for itself. These are these companies that it's like, yeah, they're healthy looking companies, you know. I'd say Masco, Delta, you know the brand. I know you do. And I think it's just, once again, let's start looking closer to home, things that we understand. Is it likely that Delta in 10 years is still going to be selling faucets? I would say yes. You can just kind of run your own back test mentally on these companies and go, yeah, they've gotten more popular, product cost goes up, which means that they're going to make more money. They're going to at least keep up with the economy. And when you have just cash sitting there, like $1, that goes down in value. If you have a stock that's growing and maintaining, at least it keeps with inflation, hopefully grows in value. So I would say that's a good brand. And then I want to get into two that I'm going to talk about that are a little more risky, a little more edgy, things that I'm personally invested in, but I'm also not giving advice because they may not work out the way that I think it will. The higher the risk, the higher the potential reward. Because obviously when you buy into like Delta, it's already a huge company, and the likelihood for it to just like double in size year after year is pretty low. When you buy a small company that's making, maybe $1 million a year, the likelihood for it to double to 2 million and then to 4 million is higher because it's not as hard to double when you're smaller. So if you can get in with a company early, there's the potential to make a lot more money. That being said, there's also the potential to lose your ass. And this company that I'm about to talk about, I am personally invested in. It's called FGI Industries. It only went public like a year ago. Not something that Warren Buffett would invest in by any means. However, they do make Glacier Bay, which I don't use a lot of Glacier Bay stuff, but it is a Home Depot product and it is becoming very popular. And I know you've seen Glacier Bay, you've probably heard of it. They're in every Home Depot, I believe, in the country. And I believe it's kind of a direct, this is the company that manufactures Glacier Bay for Home Depot, which is a Home Depot product. Now, Home Depot could decide to go another route and have someone else manufacture for them. But they make sinks, toilets, faucets, products like that. So I think it's in my wheelhouse of plumbing. That being said, this stock is dirt cheap. It's done nothing but go down since it opened. It's down at 85 cents. It's not the sign of a real healthy company. Let's go to their income here. Total revenue was $30 million last year. Now this is where it gets the catch though. The net income after all their expenses were made, they're in the hole, $500,000. So they're losing money all said and done right now. And obviously a company doesn't work very well when they lose money. Now that's quarter. Let's go to annual. So annually, after all it's said and done, they've done better in years past, but last year they only made $500,000. That's not that impressive. And then as far as sales go, it was $117 million in sales and revenue. Am I going to lose my ass on it or not? I have no idea. But based on what I can tell, the company's worth something. I mean, Glacier Bay is, I don't think, going away. I actually think this potentially could be a really good deal. So I own quite a bit of FGI, and I'm curious to see, and I will give you an update on, am I going to make money on this investment, or am I going to lose my ass? I could lose everything. I think I've got 2,000 shares, and I have not bought them at rock bottom. You know, I'd been a lot happier if I bought them at 85 cents a share, but some of them I bought at $2, which was probably too expensive. And now my gut feeling is telling me that at 85 cents, it's a good deal. So I've done this, again, I'm not a good investor, but I've learned, be patient. So today I just filled my last order of FGI, and I had a good till canceled order with a limit of 82 cents. And sure enough, that stock dropped because of an earnings report that was shitty. It dropped down to 82 cents, and I filled this huge order of FGI. And I'm actually excited about it. I feel good with where I just bought in at, and I want to see this company go up, and I really hope and believe that it could hit $3-4 a share, which obviously, you know, you don't get those numbers with like Delta, like Masco or Watts, right? Because they're not going to go from, you know, $200 to $600 in the next year. But this company possibly could, because I really believe it's undervalued. So I'm taking a risk. And this is a company I think you guys should look at. See what you think. Let me know in the comments below. FGI. I don't want to get too hung up on it because it might all be in my head, but I believe. And last but not least, all your favorites. TTNDY. That company owns our favorite brand as plumbers. Milwaukee. This stock's done pretty good for me. I really think this stock could do very well. I think I'm not getting into it early by any means, but I don't think I'm getting into it late. I think this stock could potentially go up quite a bit. Here's the chart. Okay, buying at a fairly good time right now. Now, they also own Milwaukee, Empire, AEG, Ryobi, Homelight, Stiletto, and Hart brands. I'm most excited about Milwaukee. They also own Hoover, Dirt Devil, Auric, some other brands, which are decent brands. 49,000 employees. They're not going anywhere. And Milwaukee has these specialty tools like my sewer camera that cost $8,000. I think that this company, and a 2% dividend yield, so that's not bad. But I really think that this company could just really grow. They got these specialty tools that you need to have, and they're exceptionally expensive, and I have to buy them. So I would say I'm a big believer, and they seem to make more money every year. So, TTNDY, Milwaukee, check it out. Those are the plumbing stocks. Oh, thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
You want to pop in for a sec?
Hi, I don't know what he's
My
talking
wife,
about.
Haley, plumbing stocks.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Morgan knows those stocks.
Yes. So that would be the last one I'm going to talk about today. I'm a big believer. I think Milwaukee is not going anywhere, and I think that brand overall will just continue to shoot up. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop some comments on your thoughts, or if you know of any other stocks in the plumbing world that I might be interested in. I hope this was an interesting one. If not, we'll get back to regular plumbing on the next one. But I thought this might be fun, something different, something plumbing, but different. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. American Plumber, On It Plumbing. Bye.